Hey guys, welcome to Devious Production, and this is my house in the Tekkit world. You just saw the machine. That is an EMC converting machine. Let's go back into Creative so I can show you the house. This is normally where I test shit. This is the roof. There's the quarry. For some reason it doesn't look right. It doesn't look centered. I don't know why, but it is. But okay, these are 10 or 5 on each cluster of high voltage power or solar arrays. And if I just go inside, I made this confusing sort of shit to get through. If we come up into the power room, they feed down these fiberglass pipes into MFSU units. Because these have been running for a while, they've all got 10 million charges. It goes down the floor into the yet to be named, yet to be used room, which just goes down the back there, and goes into the basement, which is this thing, and it comes down here through more of the glass piping into a high voltage transformer, medium, low, more of it back there, which then feeds into macerators. And what the macerators do is they take the blaze rods and they pump out blaze powder. And because it's a macerator, it gives double, rounded down the double of what ores can give. So if you put one coal in there, you get 1 or 2 dust, which are the same as using coal, same for iron and everything else. But it gives 5 for 1, so it comes out of there through the filter, through the pneumatic piping into the condenser, where it's sucked out by more filters and filters back in. And when they are all full, as you can see, they surplus into this, which is just normal pneumatic piping because the redstone signal doesn't go that far, and it goes into here to make diamond blocks. I can change that to anything I want. Just for the moment it's diamond blocks because they hold a lot of EMC. So I'm going to go set up my inventory to make this, and I will go start recording again once I've got it all set up. Or not set up, but when I'm ready to go. Alright, so now we've got all the stuff we need. You need some redstone, some filters, some redstone tubes, some energy condensers, some macerators, any type of solar panels or arrays. I'm just using a high voltage one because I'm going to put it through a bunch of transformers and shit. Some pneumatic tubing, some fiberglass cable if you're using really high powered solar arrays. Otherwise, it's going to go bang. Some timers, and if you're really, it depends on this. If you want to have you can have a lot of just normal macerators, which they're just like a kind of a furnace, but they crush, or you can have a rotary macerator, and that thing, when it spools up fully, it is quite powerful. So I'm gonna make 2, but they will be just the same thing in principle, just with a different one. I'm going to use the rotary macerator for this, so put that there. Where's the high voltage, the low voltage, medium? Okay, so you need to, if you're using these, you need to put the high voltage one. I'm going to create it just so I can, because I don't have anything to whack this with. You need to stand it so it has the 3 dots on one side. Then the medium one, low voltage. That looks like a bat box, really. And then you can just come off it, and I've gone the wrong way, but it's alright, it's alright. Oh shit, wrong one. Just go low, med, high, and come up here with the cable. Need 1 clearance at least, and then 1 more. We need the panels. Go back. I'm gonna get one of those rings. Okay, so that goes on like this. You don't need this many, that's just the optimum shape for it, and as you'll see, that charges up, and I don't have anything that can eat it. So now that we've got that, we need to put the filter in. The filter then comes on, it doesn't really matter what side. I'm going to prefer this side. So you've got to have it, so it was like placing a transformer, you've got to have it on the wall like this, so that it has the little butthole at the back side of it. Tubing. We then need a condenser, and more filters are depending on what you want. Like if you want to have more of them, you just put them around like I did downstairs. Come up and feed into this, and I'm gonna have then just put a little bit more over, put another condenser, and put something in there with a higher EMC value so that it will soak it all up. One redstone off like that, and get the timers out. I think you can use cable. I don't know how to. I'm just going to put the redstone on like this. Bring it down 2 ticks on the 1 second. Then bring it up to 4, or you can have it at 400. I'm going to put mine at 400. And as you can see, that's just pulsing there, like this. So that's going. Okay. Now that that's all set up, we have the macerator going, all set up. Now we need blaze rods. At this point, we need at least 3 blaze rods, because you need 1 to prime. Oh no, and you need some blaze powder. This one you need to put just 1 bit of blaze powder in there, so it'll suck out of the macerator. This you need to put 1 of those in there, 1 of those in there, and I'm just going to get some diamond blocks out. I could go. No, I'll just type it in. It's easier. Diamond. You need something, just a paperweight or just something to soak it up with, big sponge. And now, got that in. Let's fire her up. Put that in there, and as you'll see, it's turning to night. Also, you can put an MSFU unit, which are the ones I had upstairs, or a bat box. A bat box will have to come out of this thing first, otherwise it's going to explode, and that'll just hold charge overnight so that you can have it running at night if you're using solar power. I prefer to use solar power just for the fact that it can run overnight. I mean, rather, it is stronger. And then that'll go into there, get pulled up there, and you'll get 2 the first time. And then the second time you get 3 because it's like 2.5. And when we go a bit further on, like when we get more of them, the RPMs will cap out at 750, which is like red bar. The person I'm making this guide for knows what I mean by that. And you can add more macerators along. As you saw downstairs, you just wire them in like with this at the back and filters and everything. So yeah, that's that. And as you see, this time it pumped out 3, goes in, and that'll just keep going up and up and up and up and up until it gets to the point where that caps out at 65 in there, or 64 and 64. At that point, then they'll start going in there. Then they go in there because they can be used as fuel. So yeah, that doesn't really make a difference. But that is my EMC machine. I know you can make ones with cows that take buckets, mushrooms that take stew, but I like this one just for the fact that the one I had downstairs, instead of normal macerators, had rotary, and I actually managed to fill 4 condensers up before they had enough time to convert it into diamond blocks. So as you can see, we've now starting to get a fair few of them, and it's going a lot faster. I'm going to pause it until it gets up to 7,000 RPM, and I'll show you the speed of it. Alright, so this is at 750 RPM. As you can see, it is absolutely beasting, and when it gets to that point, if you're using rotary, of course, you can put more blaze powder and it'll suck more out at a time, so it won't back up as much. But yeah, that is my EMC converter. As I said, you can add a power storage device there. It just helps keep it going at night, unless you're using something else to power it. I don't know what else you're going to use to power it. I know there's other things. You could use a geothermal generator connected to some. Actually, I'm going to shut up, because if I keep going like this, shit, that's a lot. It's going to fill up eventually. It's only 1, shit. Alright, so Rocklord signing off.